Artificial intelligence is something, sorry for the expression, that is very unpredictable. Not only when it gives you output, because it hallucinates, which means is saying easy words, making things up, but also it requires experimentation before it goes to production. Why? We don't really know what artificial intelligence can deliver in terms of value. Imagine this. You have a Microsoft Excel table with thousands of rows and hundreds of columns representing your production data. So if you start running artificial intelligence models on that table, you might be surprised what kind of interesting results you can get. So it's not an easy equation that you just upload the file and you get ready to go results. Artificial intelligence can dig into patterns and find those patterns and build those patterns, so it will be an exciting journey for you, full of learning. This is why it requires experimentation phase. And that can be also a dangerous journey. Why? Imagine your promise you want to bring to organization. If you want to transform your organization with artificial intelligence productive usage, you might not be aware of what kind of results it brings, which means what you promise to business can be very tricky. You might over-promise or under-promise. Both not welcome. So, what is the remedy for that situation? First of all, book time per week to experiment with AI without promising anything. For instance, Monday and Friday, book 2-3 hours for experimenting with AI and conducting research what is possible. Example, if you use retrieval augmented generation, basically knowledge-based approach to artificial intelligence, when AI model is digging into the data set, which is usually knowledge, like for instance, books, PDFs, instructions, manuals, you can research online the latest articles around it and try to use that knowledge and leverage artificial intelligence in your company. So that experimentation and research phase, Monday and Tuesday, let's say, or Friday for 2 hours, you name it, it's very critical because it extends your expectations towards artificial intelligence. Second, if you start building something with AI, for instance, a prediction methods for your sales funnel and sales team, make sure you narrow that down to smallest possible task. Obviously, you can use artificial intelligence for that. What I mean by that is, do not try to bite too big chunks of artificial intelligence progress because you might get lost. For instance, instead of processing thousands of documents, get the sample of 10% and chunk it to 1% and process manually at the beginning, one document after another, and just look through the results with your human eye before you start digesting hundreds and thousands documents, extending your context window in artificial intelligence. That will give you an idea what is possible, what you like, what you judge as the fair result, and what you don't expect. Third thing, make sure that the experimentation happens with your customers. Pick up customers, share with them gift cards, or give them something for free, or take them for the dinner, and expose them to the idea of testing the results of AI with them. For instance, if you have a history of your customer of 10 years orders from a customer, take that 10 years orders, process through AI when it comes to, for instance, prediction. You want to predict then revenue out of that customer for the next 3 years, and discuss it with what the customer thinks about AI prediction. That will give you an idea that will help you to research prompts, engineer prompts, make a decision if you want to fine-tune models for you, or maybe change artificial intelligence models, moving from one supplier of AI models to the another supplier of AI models. which will be a fair judgment. And the 4, make sure you have a very traditional KPIs in place. Don't come up with fancy things. Just make sure that the KPI is tied to revenue or cost of satisfaction or NPS or CSAT score or anything you were trying to catch before AI. That means that you will ground AI in down to the earth results, which will eventually influence your bottom line. Consider those 4, find the next of yours, maybe 5th, 7th that I didn't mention, and go for it. AI is there to change everything.